Time like the present. Appreciate everybody for this off-season conversation for the nation. From yours truly, Law Nation. Let's go. We're live, baby. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Like I said, Cowboy Nation, we never sleep. We got conversations and topics to talk about one way or another. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate you guys for jumping in. The name is Law Nation. On your way in, hit that like button. Share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go. If they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let's go. Yep. The accountability that equals the reality. We're going to talk about that. Got salary cap conversations that's out there. Shout out to you, Natasha. Asmodeus, appreciate you. Bama fan in the house. Bama fan is automatic with it. Yeah. Roll Tide. Let's go. Beat that timer, by the way. Yo. Open up, FBI. We don't need no alibi, baby. Well, let's talk about this Cowboy Nation. It always a puzzling atmosphere to live in when you rooting for the Cowboys, because one thing that we always have to deal with is the cycling of the news. Now, just so I can be nosy, I peeked around and I looked at Cincinnati fans and see what they're saying, and they are begging for Jesse Bates to take the team discount. So it's across the board, right? You know, but I'm quite sure that Jesse Bates will probably take the team discount or whatever they got for him, because I believe in the hearts of hearts they have the money. They got the money. Shout out to you, KD. So with the same information there, we have to share here. Like, what are the Cowboys? What's the Cowboys' real issue with this salary cap? Well, the real issue is, let me put some music in the background right quick. Just a little bit of music. Yeah, just a little bit right there. Yeah. The real issue is this right here, Cowboy Nation. We got an owner. No. It's not the owner, because I think that Jerry Jones don't mind spending. We got the owner's son, Stephen Jones, who believed that, hey, I like to develop our own guys. I like to develop our own guys. Oh, pay our own guys. Wait a minute. We like to put their feet to the fire before we pay them. Appreciate you. I love weed. Appreciate you. Appreciate you as well, Bill. Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah, there we go. Everybody can see the comments now. Now we really going, baby. We're really going. All right, so here's the situation. When we look at everything, we can literally see that, yeah, the Cowboys are in the bottom of this list. And the owner loved to build, well, I keep saying the owner. I meant to say Stephen Jones. He loved to develop his own guys, and his own guys are producing in a sense. You have Dak Prescott, you have Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb. I'm gonna go down this list. Dalton Schultz. Okay, Michael Parsons. These are all guys that we drafted, right? Let me keep going. Okay. Diggs, Trayvon Diggs, right? Producing. Now, Who else? Blake Jarwin. Okay, let me see how this list goes on. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory. You see, these guys are producing. But the problem is when it's time to pay them, that's when we hear all of the negative stuff. Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis. So the Cowboys is third to last on this list. $22 million. You got to squint your eyes to see it so that you guys can go to this same page. Let me share this information. Cowboy Jones. That's what y'all call him now. Who came up with that name? Cowboy. Cowboys Jones. The Cowboys are back, baby. All right, so the Cowboys are way down that list. But look at the Saints. $76 million over the cap. There should be everybody waiting in line to pull some of the Saints players. And I'm quite sure that they can slide under the radar now because the Alvin Kamara, they don't have to worry about paying him anymore because of his situation that happened in the Pro Bowl. So they should get some of that money back. But outside of that, there should be a gang of free agent guys that they have to make some cuts to. And I don't think you can restructure enough of $76 million. Let's see. Packers playoff team, Cowboys playoff team, Rams. Oh, they're right there with us.
Oh, no.
They right there with us, $21 million. But they got the Super Bowl, and they won. They shot the BB gun. You know how that song go? You lost, you ate tomato sauce. You know how that song goes. But neither here nor there. The Vikings, $16 million. The Giants, $12 million. The Titans, $8 million. The Falcons, $7 million. Bills, $6 million. The Whiners, $4 million. Cardinals, $813,000. Let me see. Playoff team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 playoff teams. When you're trying to go all the way up to it. And then look at all of this space up here for the Bengals. Oh, my God. They got $49 million under the cap. They got to spend. They got to cut them checks, baby. Let me peek around. Let me be nosy and look at 2023. Oh, the Cowboys still in it, depending on and predicated upon the cap and how it's structured. Okay, we still down at the bottom. Ooh, let me peep around to 2024. Yeah, we still at the bottom, $113 million. But we're not in the red anymore. Oh, because the base salary now is $256. You see how that thing jumped? $256, and this is all estimated. $225 for the 2023, and we at $208. So the base salary, $208 million, right? And I call it a sham, the way they do these things with the cap or what have you. Let me put that in there. And I'm going to put bam, let's go over to 2024. And we're going to put 2024 up there. Bam. Oh, come on, get in there. Copy paste in there. All right. Let me see. Bam. All right. So you guys can see that now. We building the plane while it's in the air. Appreciate y'all. And we're going to go here. We're going to pin that message. Why did I pin it? Oh, well, we live in a society in the league. Just imagine this, right? Hear me out, and I'm going to keep banging on the table. Keep banging on the table till you guys get it. It's 208 now. Imagine having a credit card, right, that you got to spend up to $208 million, right? You just got to spend up to $208 million. And let's say you got contracts that you got to pay for that credit card, right? You're not paying somebody $208 straight up. Right? You got signing bonus that you can give some people. You got payment allowance that you can give people if they hit a certain number or what have you. But what if I told you that if you can ride the credit card, let's say to 220, to 230, you can write it up just that. Newsflash. By the year 2024, it will pay itself off because it's going to generate more revenue anyway. You just got to have those big cojones to do it. You can live in the red. There's nothing wrong with living in the red. 7 teams that just made it to the playoff were in the red. If you go all the way down, 7 teams. Now, what this means is, come hell and high waters, if it's a situation whereas you talking about me riding over the cap just a little bit, I say just lean forward a little bit. If it's one player that I know for sure that can change the outcome of my organization franchise to get me to the big prize, then do it. What you scared for? What's the penalty? Newsflash, it's going to grow anyway. Look at the Saints. Now, they $76 million over. Now, they're going to go beyond 2024, right? As far as a remuneration of what they need to pay back. But I come here to tell you, they can slowball this thing all the way through. And I know they got to get under the salary cap by June, whatever. But they can call some people in the office right now and say, hey, you under contract, bro. And how this thing works is that you can pretty much say, hey, your contract, let me use this base number, $30 million. We're going to pay you $30 million over the course of the years. But what we can do now, hear me out, is restructure your contract so that you can get some of your bonus money up front. So instead of you getting your paycheck of $125,000 this month, we're going to cut you a smooth paycheck for $1 million. Would you take it? Like, I'm going to give you $1 million extension. I'm going to give you an extension. I'm going to extend your contract. But tomorrow, you're going to have $1 million in your hand. But we're going to take some out of the back end, though. But we're giving you your money up front. That's how this thing works. You think Joe Smooth going to be like, nah, I'm just using Joe Smooth as a common name. You think Joe Smooth going to say, nah, man, I ain't restructuring Jack. I'm going to take my $150,000 monthly payment. No. I got $2 million on the table right now. Wait a minute, you just said $1 million. No, I got $2 billion. And all I got to do is sign a little bit more, and I get the $2 million up front. Yeah. Yeah. Baby do need new shoes, that new Bugatti is coming out. The Maybach, is there too. And Lil Wayne and things, he going to be in town. I want to impress him with some jewelry. I want to tell my guys that I'm riding the new Aston Martin. However this thing goes, or I seen Ashaniqua down there in Florida. I really want to surprise her with a new whip and a condo. And I got to pay off this other dude and all of this other stuff. Yeah, I'd take the $2 million. That's what they can do. That's how it is. That's how it's done. So whenever somebody say that you're in cap hell, this proved that it's not. It's gonna look. It's gonna jump to $256 million, baby. And the owners, they're not gonna show you their playbook, their paybook. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. You think that Jerry Jones for the 2022 season, like his cap will be $208 million? No. He probably made that in 3 months. Let's be real, $208 million, that's, if Jerry Jones wake up with $208 million in his checking account, he'll jump out of a plane. Say, I'm broke. I'm broke. I can't pay my bills. If you really think that's the situation and scenario, let's read some of your comments. Appreciate you. Ted, what's up, man? Hey, Law, I've been busy. It's been a busy couple of weeks for me. Hope all is well. I haven't been around for a moment. Much love, man. Appreciate you, Ted. I mean, watch it on rewind. This is the off season. So I know that everything is kind of lower than normal. Appreciate you, Jim Laws. 13 months in as a member. Appreciate you. Man, it goes a long way, baby. We just kicking it, right? We just kicking it. We kicking it. It's the off season, And look, I promise you guys, if the NFL didn't change the structure on how they release film on the all 22, Law Nation will be grinding on some 22 film for you, but they make it like Fort Knox to get the film these days. So it is hurting the flow of my off season, because normally my flow of the off season, I like the college guys, what have you, and that's good and all. But I used to do the off season like this. Every touchdown pass by Dak Prescott, every touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott, every catch by Amari Cooper, bad throws by Dak Prescott. I can go in and do that, but they made it so difficult. Literally, I have to. Let me tell y'all the process before I hit play on this audio. Literally, I have, in order for me. And I believe what they're trying to do is corner the market. The NFL is greedy, they greedy. And they want to keep it to Brian Baldinger and all of the other people that work directly for the NFL. The easy way to just type in a player's name and they all 22 come up. But now they rip open the different process now. I've literally got to go into a VPN access portal, pull up the NFL.com somewhere in UK, and then I have to pay an extra money per se for to have rights to that footage just to get the all 22. You have to literally go through war. And when I go through my VPN, of course, VPNs are a little slower on the network versus my everyday internet access point. So it's just a strain just to look at the all 22. But it's possible, but it just takes forever in a day. Just being 100 with you guys. And sometimes when you do all of that, 3 people watch the video. You're like, oh, you didn't pull up this. And I say, God dog it, But neither here nor there. I love y'all, and I know you guys. I know you guys love the Cowboys. Y'all all right with me. Y'all don't
paying them at. How many guys on this team, and you could talk players, coaches, whoever you want, Rowdy, who do you feel like you can really count on?
So that's the topic. Who you feel like you can really count on. Appreciate you, Davis. Appreciate you, Jason. On this team, who do you feel that you can really, really count on? They greedy, but they worried about the cap space. Yeah, that's NFL, man. Like, they should. The NFL, since it's a non-profit business, they should have access to the all 22 for every single fan. Everybody, the all 22 should be free rights. All right, I love. Weed said he count on Brian Unger. Okay, Iceberg Q said he counts on Parsons. Okay. TP and Parsons, I feel you, Junior. Dak, Jason, okay. You can't count on nobody, to be honest. This is Jay all day. Well, there's somebody on this team that you really can count on in the pinch. You count on Diggs. You can count on Diggs getting you at least an interception. It's 17 games in the season, right? He got 11, so he only failed you a few games. All right, so, yeah, y'all can count on me, baby. I'm here. Y'all can count on me, win, lose, or draw. I'm here. Me and my beard. I'm going to be here with you guys. Oh, reliable. You can count on Jason Witten, Tyron Smith. I thought you were going to throw a joke in on that one. 1,500, D. Schultz all day. Well, if you're counting on Schultz to catch the ball, he only dropped 2 of them. And that's a remarkable situation for him to be in. Shout out to you, Jim Laws. Shout out to you, Jim Laws. Meant to do this earlier. Always. You know, baby, appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Zach Martin. Oh, you for dog sure can count on Zach Martin. Zach Martin, this whole entire year, his worst game was probably the Chiefs game, right? That's when Chris Jones got inside and made him his baby. But outside of that, on a consistent basis, nobody's doing that. So you can really count on Zach Martin. Many thanks. Appreciate you, Jim Laws. I know you put in the work, man. That's why I need soldiers out here, man. People putting in work. People telling people like, subscribe, share this content. People grinders, soldiers, right? People put on their army hat, their war hat, right? Let's see. The 49ers game, did Zach Martin get beat up in that 49ers game? Or was he trying to help too many people out? Try to help the guard out. Well, try to help the center out on one side and then try to help the tackle out on the other. Well, 2 games he got beat up real bad then, you know. But I do know for sure that Chiefs game, vividly, he got beat up real bad. And if you want to say the 49ers game, yeah, he got beat up too. So 2 games out of a year, give me that.
To get their job done at their standard.
When you say Rowdy, you mean the mascot?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's available for your
I just want
parties
to make
as
sure I
well.
went to him.
He's always got a smile.
DallasCowboys.com/Rowdy. You can book him for your next event.
That's something funny right there. Let's go.
Okay.
Roman has to do that read on the
Permanent
dress
damn
show.
smile on his face.
He does have a permanent damn
I
smile.
feel like you can count on Rowdy. I do.
It
Yeah,
depends
that's professional.
which Rowdy.
Which Rowdy it is.
Yeah, I think maybe the current Rowdy, maybe.
Okay.
I know of a Rowdy that not so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do love team building and building
They
an
call
NFL.
him too rowdy.
Yes.
Yeah, he was too rowdy, too
Yes.
furious. But obviously in the NFL, you can't have 22 guys. You can't just keep spending money until you're like, hey, we did it. We've built a complete team. There's going to be spots on every team. I think the job of the front office is to have as few of those spots, those question marks going into a season and having a plan to compensate for where you're not your strongest. But the truckwreck.com text line is open, Jeff.
Well, the Cowboys, I'm just kind of doing this in my head right now, but like they had a good roster last year.
They did.
I don't want to take away from that. Like they did a good job of team building.
Right.
But when you go across the entire thing
Shout out to Jeff.
and you say, okay, in theory in the NFL, we're going to win because of our best players. You have a $20 million wide receiver who isn't playing like one of the 10 best receivers in football. You have a $40 million quarterback who the last half of the season.
All right. Let me rewind a little bit. I kind of stopped the man in his mid-sentence there. And he gonna finish saying what he going to say. And I'm going to break it down the Law Nation way. Let him say
win because of our best players. You have a $20 million wide receiver who isn't playing like one of the 10 best receivers in football. You have a $40 million quarterback who the last half of the season didn't play like one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Boy,
you have a
you're
$20 million
locked in.
defensive end who he's really good,
Yeah.
but amongst the $20 million defensive ends, if you start power ranking, do you have the best one? Tyron Smith, your $15 million left tackle. Lyle Collins, your $12 million right tackle. You go through most of them, and you would say, yeah, those were really good players, and they are really good players, but how many do I trust that they're going to be at the top of their position group?
All right, so let's break this down. Good observation there, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff Cav, man. He's a legend. Radio legend. Now he's going to be full-time YouTube, so let's give him a round of applause for taking that leap of faith, and I'm quite sure that is a very, worrisome thing to do, but it's impossible to please God without faith, right? So he's taking a leap of faith, man, and I'm quite sure that the nation will be right behind him, and he will see a remarkable growth in his overall approach to this grind, and I really appreciate him for taking that leap of faith and being his own, But he mentioned in this accountability was Amari Cooper, the $20 million Amari Cooper. All right, so let me pull up this this screenshot that I got right here. You see, I got him kind of like fading, like he's fading away, and it's just going to be left with Dak Prescott probably throwing it to Parsons. I think Parsons can run some routes too, right? But neither here nor there. You see Amari Cooper fading away, and one of the things that my guy Boss Cowboys spoke of a couple of, like, I think it was early January, right? He said that, watch this, the media is about to turn on Amari Cooper because of money, nothing to do with his skill set or what have you, and it's going to start from the Jones family because he don't fit the system that they're trying to employ. And I get it, right? You got a guy that's getting paid $20 million and he got 3 targets, right? He averaged 3 to 4 targets a game. That's not good for business. For me to pay you $20 million and you go into a game plan and you say, hey, Seti, Wilson, let's go, baby. Oh, Dalton Schultz, wait, man, we're going to make sure we win it with you two guys. Everybody else is the decoy. CD Lamb, decoy. Oh, Michael Gallup, you got hurt. Hey, man, I feel you, man. Look, rest up. We'll see you next year to be a good decoy. Oh, Amari Cooper. That's a lot of money to pay for somebody to be a decoy. And teams, I believe, felt that, like, hey, we could drop our DBs and we can give the Cowboys the underneath. Dak Prescott is the type of quarterback who you paying a lot of money to, $45 million annually, right? $126 million guaranteed. Last season got paid $75 million. That's a lot of coins, right? Dak Prescott is not the gunslinger. He's not that. Unfortunately, Cowboy fans, he's not the gunslinger. I think that Dak Prescott is a guy that's going to take what the defense give him. We're going to give you the underneath. We're going to give you the shallow passes in the flats there. And Dak Prescott going to look, I'm going to take what you're giving me. And that's been his process. Now, that's a lot of money for Dak Prescott, a lot of money for Amari Cooper, for those guys to not show up in the, I guess, what people say the biggest of the biggest games, right? But you do have an offensive coordinator that should look into this thing and say, all right, you got 6 or 7 DBs out there. Now it's time to craft up the running plays to get you up out of the defense. Because my quarterback, in the skill set that we have on this team, we don't have a guy that you can just dump it off and he gets skinny and get upfield and he take it to the house. Yeah, CD Lamb can do some of that. But just like when you plan that style of defense, you got people in the backfield. You have to approach it a different way. Well, Law, do you have any information on that? Well, the 49ers, they have Deebo Samuels. And I'm not saying Cowboy Nation. I'm not saying that Lamb and Deebo are the same person. But what I'm saying is the usage. Deebo literally had 3 targets as a wide receiver in that game. 3 targets. 1, 2, 3 targets. If Deebo technically played for the Cowboys, y'all will be ready to say,
shame. Shame. Shame.
Y'all be ready to crucify Deebo because not only 3 targets for the season, he had 12 drops. Y'all be like, look, 12 drops.
Shame.
He can't catch nothing.
Shame.
That man hands parquet.
Shame.
Y'all will literally be saying that. Let me know if I'm lying. Y'all saying it now. CD had 6 drops or 7, I believe 6 or 7 drops. And it felt like he was the one that had 12. But what the 49ers did in that particular game, they said, man, Deebo can't get open on our guy Trayvon Diggs. You know, Trayvon Diggs was doing his job until he had to switch off and get Brandon Ayuk. But that's a story of a different day. They said, man, we're going to put the ball in the belly of Deebo, let him run that thing. We're going to make sure our playmaker get the ball. We're going to make sure our playmaker get the opportunity. You know, Eric Mack says Deebo is a dog, though. Look, Eric, I'm not discounting Deebo at in any shape, form, or fashion. You know, if Debo was on the team and I'm calling the plays, shoot, I might do the same thing Kyle Shanahan was doing, you know. I'm like, I might throw in the fact that, hey, I'm going to give Debo the ball. Ezekiel Elliott, sit this one out. Oh, Tony Pollard. Oh, I'm going to do some mind foolery with this thing. Oh, you can run routes like a wide receiver, Tony? I got a masterful plan. What we going to do before the snap, we going to line you in the backfield, right? Hear me out. And right before the ball snaps, you know, we're going to call a motion. We're going to put you at the line as a wide receiver. We motion Debo now back in the backside. And now look out for that. Look out for the ball. Because now the focus and attention is going to be on Debo because they saying that this is where they're going with the ball. And I'm sending you vertically. TP, I'm sending you vertically up the field, baby. I'm doing all type. That is not even a trick play. That's going to be a play built in, basically, based upon the formation. I'm going to come up with a formation where I have Tony Pollard, Debo, and Ezekiel Elliott, all three of them in the backfield at the same time. They're like, whoa, what's going on with this look? Don't worry about it. White 80, down, said, White 80. You know, and then they like, oh, shoot, we got to get up out of this look. Oh, my bad, they could have did that with CD Lamb. They could have. Oh, my gosh, man. Ain't plays are fun, you know. But they did something like that. They brought in your boy, what's the big boy name? Connor McGovern. They put him in the backfield, ran him and Terrence Steele on some vert routes. And I'm sitting like, they ran the classic button hook and shot out to Terrence Steele. He was like, come on, Dak, I'm open. Pass me the ball. And Dak was staring down another receiver and on that 49ers game. Travis Powers says law for OC. No. I'm a defensive-minded guy, but I know for sure what plays will give me some fits if I'm on the defensive side of the coin. And you guys got Cedric Wilson who can throw. Look, just think. Cedric Wilson got the capabilities to throw the ball for one, right? And CeeDee Lamb is notorious after he like yards after catch. And Tony Pollard, even with the hurt foot, was averaging 5.5 yards per tote. And you got to understand that you got Amari Cooper that they got to really pay respect for. Let's go.
And that's why a lot of teams, Patriots probably top of the list, would have let go of at least 2 or 3 of them when their contract was up.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Would have got something for them, replaced them for cheaper, and kept moving.
I like what you're saying here, man, because to me it was we were going in thinking, all right, this offense, the defense plays better, this, that, and the other. They're paying a lot of guys at the best at their position, and they're not playing like the best at their position.
Yeah,
that's the thing that's this team is struggling with right now. You know, everybody makes fun of us for talking about Ezekiel Elliott, but you're paying him like for one of the top running backs. He's not one of the top running backs.
You're paying him double against
exactly.
the cap this coming up here.
These wide receivers. We talked about Amari Cooper. We've talked about, with CeeDee Lamb. Michael Gallup. He got banged up throughout the year. Wasn't there. That wide receiver crew was not the best in the league. And I think that you're absolutely right about that, Jeff. When you start to say, okay, what's the real problem here? They go out and say signing our own is important. Paying our own is important. Just make sure that your own is playing up to the standards you're paying them at.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the mistake I am not going to make going forward here about this football team.
Dang, Brian. That's a low blow there, Brian. God, dog. Make sure that your own are playing up to the standards. Somebody brought up a great point earlier today when I was live. And if you're still in the chat, let me know. You see, the difference is between defense and the offense. Now, we can all say that the money is on the side of the offense, right? We paying more money on the offensive side versus the defensive side. But with the lack of level of money players on the defensive side, we didn't see any, hey, what was that type of moment outside of a few games, and then it was corrected real quickly. You know, a scheme is different from a system. And I think that Dan Quinn got a legitimate scheme going on the defensive side. The way he utilized the linebackers, the way he elevated Jaron Kearse, the way we've seen the ability of the interior guys play better this season. I think that he got a true scheme. Now, Kellen Moore got a system. Now, normally in your first year of your scheme, it takes time for guys to buy in and start pulling out some of the things that really work. I'm not sullying or denigrating Kellen Moore, by the way. But Kellen Moore got a system. His system is there's no big I's or no little U's. And his particular system, everyone is equal. Everyone, from CeeDee Lamb to Cedric Wilson, Schultz, Jarwin, Gallup when healthy, and as well as Amari Cooper. There's nobody to stand out because at any given moment, anybody can make a play. His system is designed to be an aerated type of offense. It generates those type of numbers. Number one in total yards, number one in points. Generations of those numbers, right, out of his system. But here's the thing. When it's a system, can a certain system out defeat a scheme? Well, when you take away what you do best in a scheme, you have the ability to make the necessary adjustments so that when I run the ball, it's a counterplay because I'm giving you this look so that you can. It's a scheme. It's just like a scheme. It's a con, basically. I'm giving you this look so that when you reach your hand in it, you might get it the first time. That more good. You got some Hennessy with that? Yeah, dog, give me some Hennessy, dog. Man, mix it with some Hennessy, it's good. And then when you try to get it a little bit again, I'm stuck. I can't get my head off of it. I can't remove my hand. I schemed you because I wanted you to get that little bit the first time. But the second time you get in there, you stuck. And that is what we saw out of the 49ers system, Sean McVay, the Zach Taylor, is that they have a certain way, a certain look that, Joe Mixon finna get this ball. Okay, all right, we saw that. It's not that. It's not the same. Joe Mixon don't have the ball now. It's Chase got the ball. It was the same looking. It looked the same, but it was different. We don't have a lot of disguise. Let me read some of y'all comments. Y'all probably say, nah, Law, he do have a scheme. Oh my gosh, man. And I'm not really dogging my guy, Kellen Moore. Eric Allen, shout out to you. Are you the Eric Allen that played for the Eagles, by the way? Let's see what he says. Moore's system is built to beat NFC East teams. His system worked well against NFC East teams, by the way. It do, but I know which angle where you going with it, but it's all funny, game. No. But I feel you though. It do like. Let me go to the rudiments of your division. The name of the game is to win your division. You win your division, you go to the next level, which is the playoffs. And then from there, from the playoffs, you use the momentum that you took from your division, right? And the craftiness and the readiness to propel you all the way through the Super Bowl. That's how it's supposed to be, right? But since everything is going to be marginalized and everything is going to be broken down out of the NFC East, it's always going to say, the NFC East is trash, right? That's just a given. That's just a given. No craft, no readiness from the Cowboys. I have my thoughts on that, but neither here nor there. Let me see if I'm gonna see if Google have it. Systems. This is schemes. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Put schemes with an S in there. All right, yeah. And they got a whole synopsis of everything, Whoo, hey, I love the way they broke it down, Wikipedia. But let me see if I can let me just do it this way. I'm gonna put this one out here to the world. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I love it. Bam. A system is a collection of organized things, as the solar system, as in solar system. You see a solar system, okay. This is a planet, that's a planet. Oh, within the solar system, there's stars, and then there's the actual sun. Everything orbits around the sun, right? But in a scheme, while a scheme is a systematic plan of future actions. Oh, my goodness, baby. Oh, my God. No. For those who didn't understand what I just read.
Shame.
Oh, say it louder. Say it louder.
Shame.
Okay. Future actions. You see, in Dan Quinn's scheme, Debo couldn't catch the ball. In his scheme, he had his DBs, the linebackers, shutting him down, right? However, if it was a system, if the 49ers ran a certain system, once Debo is shut down the way he was shut down, it's done, right? It's over. Stick a fork in it. He's locked up with 3 targets. But in a scheme, future actions, I'm going to give you a route look, but I'm scheming you. You bit of the fruit. Pass me that Hennessy. Yeah. I shutting him down. But in a scheme, I'm going to give you that same look. And I'm going to eat of you now. That's why he had 10 carries for 72 yards. So when we look, and I'm going to tie this all in. I'm going to tie this all in. When you look at C.D. Lamb for the Cowboys, 5 targets, 1 reception. Because in this system, didn't out-defeat 6 or 7 DBs. It didn't defeat the quarters. They were saying, we giving you the underneath, but no, I'm still running the 7 route. I'm still running a vert. I'm still running a comeback. Oh, I'm still sending my tight end in the hook. We giving you that. We giving you that. We dominated your system. You can't move the ball. But if they schemed and utilized C.D. Lamb for future actions, they won't be able to jump routes.
So who can you count on? Truckwreck.com text line. We're also getting some great comments in here. I think it might be a short list.
Zach Martin.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of y'all said that.
I can count on Tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you?
Well, injury.
Yeah.
He
So
played.
maybe
He
not.
played all 16 4 years before that. I'm gonna give him credit for durability and being able to tough it out.
Okay.
Even though it might be a little bit of a reach.
I think, and I'm already getting to I thinks, right? But
Yeah.
Martin and Parsons, I'm sure of. I think I can count on Dak. I think I can count on Gregory.
I would agree there.
I think I can count on Trayvon Diggs to continue being what he is,
Yes, sir.
which is wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold your
Yeah.
hands up and scream.
Yeah.
Wait a
Just
minute.
keep intercepting it.
They all everywhere, but keep going.
I believe he's going to keep intercepting it.
Yeah.
I think I can
Yeah.
count on Tony Pollard for one more year to be a good player,
Okay, I got to add him to my list because I agree with that. I didn't think of him.
and I'm about done.
Brian Anger, if he's back.
Yeah.
I'm about done.
I think CD Lamb is
Yeah.
a dependable guy.
Yep.
I know they're going to talk about his routes and his drops. He caught 67% of the passes that were thrown to him.
Boy, you guys are kind of crawfishing on me right now, right?
What do you mean?
That's a short list,
You're
Brian.
crawfishing on me, though.
That's
The
like
wide
less
receiver
than
crew
10
didn't play as great as they needed to play.
Well, I mean, all you can do is measure based on their opportunities, right?
Yeah.
And CD's opportunities, he did his job well. He had more drops than I would have liked.
Yeah.
But he did a good job separating. He caught the ball. He made plays after the catch.
Okay, you really count on Tank?
Yeah, if he's on the field, I
If
can.
he's on the field,
Okay.
yeah. Yep.
I just kind of
Same
feel,
thing with Tyron,
I just-
although you're going to
yeah.
have questions because of the 49er game.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, to me, I kind of feel like the list is smaller. I think we make
Martin Parsons.
A shoe-in accountability, yeah. If you send it, and of course Parsons' resume is still being developed because he only played 1 year, right? That's the equivalent of us saying we can count on LVE after his 2018 year. So we still gonna hold judgment to all of that. So we can literally look at, yeah, Zach Martin is the one guy that you can really say, man, I count on you, man. And the accountability will be like this. It's a trust level. Not saying that we don't trust Parsons, by the way, but the accountability level is straight up. Zach Martin at this point. Who else? It used to be. Look how good this used to be. Zach Martin and Travis Frederick. You can count on those two boys to play together. I recall when we was Cowboys experience, shout out to them. Whenever we had an event, if Travis Frederick is there, you bet your bottom dollar you can count on Zach Martin being there. Those two boys are like two peas in a pot. They went everywhere with each other. That's why I was like this. I was shocked. Like, hey, what's going on with Travis, man? I hope he don't pull Zach with him and say, hey, Zach, come on and retire with me. And those boys are not like this. They like this. They close to with each other. And I recall I was joking with Zach. I was saying, hey, man, Travis got the beard going, man. What happened, man? What's going on with it? Man, what's with your beard game? He got the struggle beard. He was trying to grow his beard out. And one event he had it was the struggle beard. And I was going to tell him about the corn husk oil and all of that stuff and some good stuff that he can use. And then he cut it off. His better half was like, she don't like the beard. And there's two phases of beard gang for those who out there that don't know. There's the rough and rugged phase where it's spiky and it's pokey. And then after a few years of grooming, what have you, there's the soft and fluffy phase, when it's fluffy and soft. And if I cut this off, she gonna be like, where that beard at? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that beard action going on, baby. If you're a beard gang, you already know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but it is what it is. You don't want the spiky beard, though. She don't like that. She don't like that.
Maybe so.
Could be.
Maybe so.
Pollard.
Maybe J-Ron Curse. I know you're
Curse,
not.
I like that.
Yeah, to me, there were guys I felt like that you could, But that were the issues.
First
I
game
wanted to
in big.
count on Tyron Smith. I wanted to count on Zach Martin. I wanted to count on Lyle Collins. I wanted to count on all those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
It proved me wrong.
Lyle and Tyron are, they keep getting hurt. It's like, that if Tank keeps getting hurt, I'll have to put him in that list, but I don't count on those guys. Obviously, you're not counting on Zeke. I don't count on Dak. I think he really has to show something.
Sure.
I want to see the legs come back and give him the dimension of at least being a credible threat against the defense so he can believe in himself.
Yeah. See, that's I kind of feel like that the list of guys might be a little bit smaller. Like I say, you mentioned the Diggs and Parsons and stuff. I think you can't count on Parsons for sure. I think you can count on Martin.
Yeah.
But there's others. I think there's others that come into question for me that really, really, I think with the way Curse played, and I'm not talking about just the way he interviewed with us yesterday or with the station and all that and all the leadership things he's saying. He legitimately went out there. He didn't start week 1.
Yeah.
He came in, started as a week 2 player, and you could count on him.
Can you count on Anthony Brown to be a decent corner? He had the 2 bad games, Tampa and Oakland, right?
Yeah. I kind of feel like that you can.
I'm almost counting on him not being here.
Yeah.
I think they'd love Kelvin Joseph to take that job. And
boy, I think.
Well, let me add this in. I believe they really wanted Kelvin Joseph to be the starting DB. But when you talk about the accountability, like it was during the off season, like he showed up like the rookies OTAs. He didn't get a chance to perform there because he had the C-19, right? And he circumvented by posting an older clip of him going to a concert by him showing that he was at a concert. So it gave the wrong impression. It was like, dude, are you at this concert? But it was an old clip, so people were like, hey, dog, you at this concert, right? And then OTAs came around, and then he had got injured or somehow, some nagging injury. And then Nashawn, shout out to him, Nashawn Wright, he was showing up and showing out. We had some OTA warriors, some training camp warriors like Maurice Kennedy showing up and showing out, just nasty with it, right? And it gave us all green lights to say, hey, what's going on with Kelvin Joseph? Is he really into it? And in reality, Kelvin Joseph is just that dude from Scottsdale, Louisiana. So those boys in that area, there's 2 things they doing. They in athletics or they in the streets. And Kelvin, he's athletic, baby. So it was just one of those situations there. I really think that next season, this 2022 season, I meant to say, since we already in the now. If, and using the operative word, if Jabril Cox come back 100%, Kelvin Joseph not have those hiccups, those 2 will be guys that's going to be on this team, and everybody's going to say, man, dude, those boys balling, What happened to them last year, right? Ronnie says Maurice Kennedy was a training camp hype. Man, Ronnie, it was hard to place though, because our eyes deceived us. He had 6 interceptions in training camp. Diggs had 7. They was going back and forth of who would have the most INTs in training camp, and Kennedy was just balling, Shout out to Garrett Gilbert and Cooper Rush, was it Benjamin Danucci? He had magnets. He was catching interceptions left and right on those boys. But I feel he was hyped, and he let me down slowly. At least he let me down slowly in the regular season. But it started a little bit in the preseason. I said, God dog, Maurice Kennedy, and believe it or not, Maurice, I believe he's the oldest DB on this team. He was the oldest DB on this team. And he let us down slowly. He didn't let us down big, but it was just a slow letdown. I still want him back, though. I still want him back in training camp, believe it or not. But I still want the Cowboys, I think he's a free agent, right, Maurice? I think they should sign him for cheap and bring him back. See if he can repeat that thing. Crystal says, sound like we're losing half of the team. Yeah. I feel you. It is. Cooper Rush beat the Vikings. Never forget that. Yeah, I feel you. T.J. Vasher, thoughts for real, Law Nation? He's next on this list. We'll be working out. Shout out to my coach, Coach Bird. He got T.J. Vasher for this off-season training, so I can't wait to see him in full effect there. And, of course, we got Cedric Wilson, and we'll see what's going to happen. I think Gallup, he's going to rehab with someone else. So it'd be good for me to communicate with those boys. And, of course, we have Laviska Shenault. He's another guy that I want you guys to pay close attention to. But he's playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, by the way. So we'll find out what TJ will bring to the table. But let's not sleep on TJ Vasher. In his college career, he had 25 touchdowns. He was a target of a target, pulling the ball out of the sky. He just got injured in the wrong time. But the Cowboys kind of, covered up some things with him, and it's hard to find a 6'6" guy that can move like that. So we'll see, man. TJ Vasher, man. I'm not giving up on TJ, but I don't want the Cowboys to look into this draft and say, yeah, we got TJ Vasher, we're not going to look at any of the prospects. No. And I still want the Cowboys to give Malik Turner a fair shake at it if they bring him back, right? A fair shake at it, offer him something. Stephen Jones going to offer him something, and then of course Simi. We can't wait to see those guys.
Don't get me wrong, saving $5 million,
it's
and
big
getting rid
right
of a
now.
Serviceable corner is in a vacuum stupid.
Yeah,
but they're also looking for where can I find money.
Yeah,
and so that might be an option to save $5 million and not have him.
I could just see this team making the mistake of getting rid of a guy that can actually play. I think Brown can play. I do.
Yeah.
And for $5 million for a guy that can play outside, inside, and the penalties against the Raiders, that was bad. But then again, we have one of the most penalized teams in the league. So what's the deal? But I kind of feel like this team will find a way to make mistakes, of maybe letting go of guys they probably shouldn't.
Ooh, that was the end of that one. My guy Ronnie says Simi better than Vasher. I think Vasher have a larger catch radius. I think Vasher hands are better. I think Simi is better off of his release. Simi can line up inside the slot and on the outside. Don't look at him as, I'm looking at more of a Y or a Z, not necessarily an X receiver. But I'm looking at Vasher more of an X receiver, right? Big body, get him toward the sidelines, fade ball galores, right? But Simi, I think that Simi, if he can concentrate and catching the ball in between traffic, he can improve on that better. Knows the ball. Maybe I reach out to my guy and see if he's available to work out during the off season. But one of the things that I can say with Simi is that he did reach out to Dak Prescott, and they do work out on a go-to-go situation. So we'll find out what he's going to bring to the table. Shout out to you, Jack Johnson. Let's see. Law accountability is the key, like Jimmy used to do. Yeah, we got to have the accountability. We got to hold these guys accountable. We do. All right, so this next topic, let me share this one right here. I want to give credit to 105.3 The Fan. I appreciate them for coming up with these topics and having the time to do so. And I love taking what they come up with and sharing it with you guys. So be sure to give them a follow and share them on multiple platforms as well. On Daxfield, yeah, that's what I wanted to say, Jason Garrett. Appreciate you, Jason Garrett. How you doing, guys? Thank you, Jermetta. Appreciate you for jumping in. PD Gray, appreciate you. I guess he's not hired quite yet, but it looks like it's happening. Who's that? PD Gray.
Maybe they shouldn't let go of Amari Cooper.
No, they shouldn't let go of Amari Cooper. Yeah, you're right.
Cowboys on my list at the moment, and that's sad.
It probably wouldn't surprise you to know that for the Cleveland Browns, they said Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, he definitely. It's
has-
hard to run in that grass,
He
man.
has thoughts.
It's grass in Cleveland. It's difficult to run in it up there. Did you see how?
All right, so the topic of this one is players who needs a change of scenery. Jarvis Landry, shout out to him. I just think that by him playing in Cleveland and him running a 4.71, and I'm not saying that just because he run a 4.71 that he's not good. I really think that Jarvis Landry is a real good wide receiver, even when he was in Miami. Real good wide receiver. But they talking about like playing on grass versus turf or what have you in this point. Would a change of scenery help Jarvis out? And I would say it would help Juice out tremendously. Right? Do you guys feel like if he goes to a team that's inside a dome or to a team with a better quarterback, will he play better? And that's the situation there. Who's a big fan of Jarvis? Oh, Joe Bowden, new linebackers coach for the Cowboys. Let me look this up. Let's see here. Bam. Let me see. Okay. Cowboys to hire Tennessee State linebacker coach Joe Bowden. Okay. I'll do an independent video on that when I pull up all of his resume and pull up his information. Let me go ahead and exit this one out, though. I don't want them to start talking. Yeah, I'll look up what all he is able to do. Former player, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not a Semi fan. Can we go do what Landry does? Landry is just, Jarvis is just a different type of animal, and you're talking about a veteran. Same for CD. We need these guys. Yeah, we hired the coaches. How about keeping Coop? Yeah.
And during the All-Star game, they made Cleveland look like a rockin' city. Anyway, the Connor Williams needs a change of scenery. Whatever is going on when he wears a star, the referees are like, "Hey, watch out for the holding." Like they have him locked in. I think he needs a change of scenery. He's my number 2 on the list. My number 3 on the list is Michael Gallup. The opportunity to be a legitimate number 2. He wouldn't get that here, right? If Amari and CeeDee Lamb are here.
That's a big if right there.
Right. So, but he's been here for 2 years with those guys, and he's not the legitimate number 2. I think he is potentially one of those guys, although sometimes his drops kind of confuse me, the balls that just go through his hands. But man, I'd love watching him play. I'm going to miss him. If Michael Gallup goes, I'm going to miss him because he's been a blast to watch. On some like that touchdown he scored against New Orleans, the rotation in the air, amazing. But he could use a change of scenery. Then the other one, though, I think my number 1 on the list is Leighton Vander Esch.
Okay.
I think just whatever he learned while he was here, that he lost there, during the Mike Nolan season. There's just been a lot of stuff that's kind of gone on.
Well, and I see people saying Connor Williams this is Jason Garrett, appreciate you. Or Crystal, appreciate you. Connor Williams, if he goes to another team, his flags may go away, basically. His flags may go away, I promise you. And if you remove the flags from Connor Williams, he had one whirl of a year this past season. This was basically his best season, but he had too many flags, and it's hard to overcome 15 flags. How much is the holding penalty? Is it 10 yards, 15 yards? How much a holding penalty is? Y'all put it down in the chat. How much a holding penalty is? That's a lot of yards, man. 15-yard penalty, right? The refs don't like Dallas O-line. That's a 10-yard. So it's 150 yards, Cowboy Nation. That's a lot of yards, man. And we're not talking about the yards that the receiver catches the ball and they go down the field, or when Tony Pollard's creasing off the edge and you look back and you looking at flag on the turf and you gotta call that play all the way back. So that's a lot of yards, a 10-yard penalty, man, and sometimes it puts you in weird situations. 3rd and forever now. Instead of 3rd and 5, it's 3rd and 15. Right? If it's 3rd and 17 now instead of 3rd and 7, so those are crucial plays that your quarterback didn't have to make up for. And I'm not giving all of the graces to the quarterback for overcoming that, but that could explain your running back situation now. 3rd and 17 or 2nd now and 20, and it's hard, or 2nd and 19, 2nd and 18. It's a hard thing to overcome, not just the holding penalties, but 15 of them is a lot. It's a lot. Jack Jackson says trade CD for who?
He just needs another place where he can go kind of refresh, reboot himself, and say, okay, I know there's half people are furious with the Hard Knocks conversation of you can't do everything while Micah Parsons is out there trying to do everything. You can't make every play. Yeah. It's like, really, you're not trying to make every play. You're not trying to do it. And he's like, oh, I'm a veteran. I understand there are plays I can't get to, and that's somebody else's job. But Micah Parsons did such an amazing job that everybody's like, why didn't everybody just play like Micah? And it's difficult to be a Micah-type player. But I think that Leighton Vander Esch could use another place where maybe he can get a different set of eyes on what he's doing wrong.
I think that Parsons is unique too, right? And of course, when you think of LVE, if he get a change of scenery, take the bright lights away, I think that LVE would work wonders in Chicago somewhere, right? I think Chicago would be a nice fit, especially with that coach up that way. And I think that will work out for him. Let's go.
Now, I like that answer because that is realistic. From the 214 Vander Esch. No, from the 806 Dak, and that's cool, but come on.
There will be no change of scenery for Dak this year or the next 3 years.
Yeah, so just focus on actual players,
8 years, honestly.
That could. What's that?
I think 8 years for Dak.
Yeah,
I think
I could see
if you're a Cowboys fan and you're not going to be a fan if Dak's the quarterback, you might want to come back in 2031 because it's probably the rest of this decade. Dak Prescott is the quarterback of this team.
No doubt, man. So Dak Prescott is the quarterback of this team, right? So if you are not a fan of Dak Prescott, like you said, you might want to come back in 2031. That's a long time for Dak, baby. Hey, check that episode out, Cowboys that need a change of scenery. And somebody literally put down Dak Prescott in the comment box. That's crazy. So Eric Mack said he'll be back in 2031. Oh, my gosh, man. It is what it is, Cowboy Nation. See you in Eric Mack said see you in 2031. We're going to have 3 Super Bowls by that time. Eric Mack, come on, baby. We're going to have 3 Super Bowls. I'll see you before that time frame. Book it, baby. We're going to win a Super Bowl before 2031. Who all in favor of thinking that the Cowboys going to win a Super Bowl before 2031? Shout out to you, Trucker. Appreciate you so much for the donation. Yeah, oh my gosh, man. Let's put down a wager. Where my button at? Here we go. I'm all in. If we don't win the Super Bowl by 2031, I'm shaving the beard off, right? Oh my gosh, we winning the Super Bowl by the year 2031. See you in 9 years, Thomas A. Gary. Yeah. See, we see Eric. Eric. We see him back in 2031. Oh my gosh, man, it would be tears of joy. I can't wait. I'm gonna start my own parade from Frisco, Texas, all the way down to Arlington. From Arlington back to the Valley Ranch. We're gonna do a full loop-de-loop. Oh my gosh. Post Jerry. Jerry's still gonna be alive in 2031. Jerry gonna be still alive.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry, leave them cheerleaders alone, baby. Stop looking through that hole. But yeah, Jerry still be alive, baby. Cowboys, we'd have won a Super Bowl at least by 2031. If not, I'm shaving the beard off. Y'all mark my word. Oh my gosh, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on this episode. It's been a pleasure. I see you, Jermetta and Sadiqa. We'll probably open up the phone lines on another night. Tonight's supposed to be the round table, and I allotted this time for the round table, but we had to readjust our schedules because not everybody on the round table would have been able to make it tonight. So stay tuned. Shout out to my guys, Okoye, Foots the King, Skywalker Steele, Vach Lombardi. And then shout out to my guys on the Final Word. We didn't have the Final Word this week as well. So it's like vacation mode, right? Everybody's kind of like doing their thing. You know, if you say, hold on. And shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboy at the OC and Big Game James. Love you, BET. We win to shave the beard. Okay. Love you, bet we win. We win this Super Bowl, basically, if we shave the beard. I ain't going to do that. So what you saying, if I bet for the 2022 season, if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I shave my beard? Is that what you're saying? I go live. Yeah. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I would shave my beard if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. How about that? Come on now. Come on, Cowboys. Straight business. Yeah. I miss my boys, man. But tomorrow it'll be me and my brother, man, from the same mother. We'll do a show tomorrow, and we'll talk about, current stuff, football stuff, and if he's free, we'll go into details of other things like Bel Air. We watched that one. He told me to watch it, and I got a chance to watch all of Bel Air up to current. And I've been watching The Force with my guy Tommy. Tommy is smart, man. Tommy got it up here. So I've been watching Tommy take over Chicago. And what else? What other episode? Jack Reacher. I've been watching Jack Reacher. Appreciate you guys. Worst case scenario, you still have your beard. This is Boss Man Fat. Shout out to you, Boss Man Fat. Shout out to you, man. What you know about Scottsdale, if this the real Boss Man Fat? Snowfall tonight, Law. What? I've been watching. Look, these are the series I've been watching, so y'all can keep y'all afloat. I finished all of Game of Thrones. I finished all of that one about 3 weeks ago. I'm midway on Peacemaker. I'm watching Peacemaker on HBO. I watched Bel Air. I watched Power Book 1 and 2. Now I'm on the Force right now, and what else I've watched? That's about it. I love Snowfall. Okay, I'm gonna watch Snowfall. And I started to watch P-Valley. P-Valley is on Starz or what have you because it's shot in Mississippi. It's about I ain't gonna say it over the airways here. And I'm in the midway between P-Valley. BMF, it just took too long for me to get into it, so I stopped that one, Peacemaker is a trip. Yeah, Terrence. Yeah, I like Peacemaker. I'm on the episode when the girl find out that the dude, the black guy that is over everybody, that he's one of the butterfly people. You know, I'm on that episode. Blake, you telling me to give BMF another chance, right? Just got to go through, because it's got too much dialogue up front, baby. You know, I'll have to overcome the, like, I don't like movies that's shot in the old, like, I know it's based off a true story and all of that, but I got to give BMF a chance. Okay, I'm going to give BMF a chance. I saw Ozark 1 and 2, so I need to go see the rest of the Ozark. P-Valley is your show. Yeah, if Mississippi, man, got to show Mississippi some love, man. All American is good. You know, I watched. Let me tell y'all what made me sick about All American. Old boy trying to save everybody. Spencer, he trying to save everybody, man. You know, you got to let some people make it. And then he fooled around, and, you know, Spencer, he kind of threw me for a loop, man. So I really, you know, couldn't get involved with Spencer too much. And then Coop kept on making crazy decisions and stuff like that. I said, you know what? Forget All American, you know. So Snowfall it is. I'm going to go binge watch Snowfall then. How about that? You know, BMF is not over yet. Okay. All right, so, man, you guys got a well-rounded knowledge of all of these movies, man. Oh, my goodness, man. But Bel Air is my number one choice. I can't wait for Bel Air to come back on, you know. I binge watch all of it. I should have waited, but, you know, until it's completed. But that's how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation. One love to all of y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all for jumping in. We still got some people in the house. Baby, hey, y'all, if I'd have known this many people in the house. I'm watching All American right now, Law Nation. Oh, okay. I ain't going to tell you all of it. You know, which episode, which season you on, baby? Which season you on? Stephen White says Bel Air. Well, it's on, Bel Air is on Peacock. On Peacock, whatever that new streaming platform services is on Peacock. Everett, you got to watch and see what Bel Air done is, this is what they did. They took the All-American concept. And they took the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. There's no Fresh Prince no more. It's just Bel Air to me, right? And they kind of merge it. So it's not comedy, you know. It's more of like a All-American type of vibe to me, right? Whereas, you know, Will Smith, the dude kind of favor Will Smith, right? You know, kind of favor Will a little bit. And Hillary, and not to tell you guys the episode, but Hillary is not this goofball anymore. She's not like this. You know how Hillary was in Fresh Prince. So Hillary is kind of smart in this one, and she's an entrepreneur and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's a pretty good series right now. Yeah, season 4 right now, episode 8. Okay, appreciate you, Gina. It's drama. Yeah, Terrence, it's drama. It's drama for your mama. Oh, my gosh, man. It's a good series, though. It's a good series. Walking Dead, Law. Are they still making Walking Dead? Because I did watch Army of the Dead, and that was pretty good on Netflix. Army of the Dead was pretty good. Jeffrey the Butler. I need Jeffrey the Butler type of goon squad with me, baby. Jeffrey is a straight up Jamaican gangster over there, man. With the short beard gang going on. Yeah, it's pretty good though. Bel Air is good, and of course, Peacemaker's really good. You know, you can't see him, you know. He can't see the man, you know. Let me tell y'all what's a real good movie that I saw the other night on Netflix. Since I still got some of y'all watching. a good movie, because series is just series, man. You be sitting there all day like, God, dog, when this thing is ever going to end? A good movie on Netflix is What Happened to Monday. Real good movie. It got some conspiracy theories to it, you know, of what could happen to the world or what have you. And it's kind of similar to like government control and you beating the system. But the name of the movie is What Happened to Monday. Look that up. Look that up, man. It's a futuristic movie. I think it's supposed to be shot in 2078, you know. And that's a real good movie, real good twist to the end. Oh, my gosh, man, that's a real good one. They had the guy that played the Green Goblin on there as the father or the grandfather. What Happened to Monday? Look that up on Netflix. It's a real good one. Blacklist is good too, bro. Is that an old though? In Blacklist, they coming out with more and more episodes on the Blacklist. Yeah. True Vibes. So he said, what happened to the conspiracy? If I start the conspiracy channel, you know, would y'all watch it though? You know, I put some little old sci-fi music in the background, you know, when we start talking about things, you know. You know, I don't want to get shadow banned over here on my on this channel, because you know you get shadow banned for talking all of that good stuff. And look, when I saw the new Matrix, I said, no, I ain't gonna disrespect my mind. So I didn't even play the new Matrix. You know, I didn't even want to watch it, you know. But What Happened to Monday was a real good one. What's another good one that I got a chance to see? But neither here nor there. If you want to watch a classic, Equalizer is out too. 1 and 2, they pretty good. The truth is out there, yeah. Yeah, Cowboy Nation, yeah. Love y'all. Peace. Let me play some outro music, at least some of this. Nah, that's too slow. That's too slow. Let's play this. Yeah. Yeah, get you up out of your seat. Get you ready for it, baby. You have that cinematic music going. Y'all can hear that? Yeah. Turn it up a little bit more, right about right there. One man can save the Cowboys universe. He resides in Dallas. Yours truly, Law Nation. Yeah. Denzel need to do an Equalizer 3. Yeah. Shout out to you, Iceberg Kill. Not a new. I don't have anything new so far. Spider-Man movie was off the chain, brother. Yeah. I'm telling everybody, man. Doctor Strange. Shoot. Without his work, without his plan and disguise of scheme, they would never beat Thanos. Coming soon to a theater near you, Eric Mack. And I Love Weed is here live at Law Nation Studios. That would be nice, right? Shout out to you, Stephen White. Till Jerry was whack. That would be nice, Cowboy Nation. Let's open up our minds to the reality, not just the check, but the reality of the situation. That this team, in order for us to get to this next level, we must join together. They must be grinding right now. We have over 22 free agents that's left out there without the star. Who we gonna bring back for this opportunity? Who is willing to rise up to the occasion? Who is willing to separate us from this misery, this drought, this pain? You know, two men was wandering around and storm came, a blizzard. Blizzard so heavy that if you reach out your hand, you can't see your fingers. And one of the guys that's in the storm fell out, but he had a grimace grunt to him. And the other guy that was wandering around in the blizzard, he was lost, but he heard the noise of somebody with a grimace. And all he could do is just walk to that person as the person kept grimacing. And he finally crawled all the way, this is a true story by the way, to the person that was grunting. And he was able to pick him up. And they began to walk, continuously walking. Just as he lifted his head up, he saw smoke from afar, coming from a chimney. He began to carry him footstep, footstep at a time, footstep, footstep at a time. Before you know it, he made it to the doorway. He knocked on the door and said, "Let me in." We've been out in the blizzard for 8 hours or more. And the only reason why I kept going is because of this guy right here kept squirming with his grimace, with his pain and his agony. And if it wasn't for him, we both would have been dead. But I come here to tell you that sometimes you can be out in the wilderness, out in the storm, out in the blizzard, and lost and can't see your future. But if you can have the determination of your heart, soul, and mind to continue to grind and continue to push forward, and even in your pain, you can motivate the person next to you. The crazy part of the story was the door that he knocked on was his neighbor. The guy that he was carrying was his neighbor. So be weary of nothing, Cowboy Nation. Understand that everything is for a purpose. Everything is for a reason. And just because you're going through the pain, there's nothing wrong with yelling. Ah! Never know who's going to come by and pick you up and carry you in. It could be your neighbor. Yes, determination, Gina. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. True story. The blizzard happened in Canada somewhere. God didn't know that the person that he would help would be his neighbor. That's how life is sometimes. That's how it is being a Cowboys fan. For over 27 years, we stuck in the wilderness. We're in the blizzard. We're yelling for help. Hopefully, help is on the way, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go. Well, my outro music at. There we go. Yay. Appreciate you, Davis. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We up out of here. Peace. Help your neighbor.
Nowadays, nothing really is insightful. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. Cheese. No, please. No photos. Hit the door and the door.
That was too loud there. I should have had that fire.
New deal to my lawyer.
Yep.
If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a wait till I
appreciate you, Jason Garrett.
Different colors in my baggy.
Shout out to you, True Vibes.
Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet.
Francisco, not the 49ers, but Valdez. Appreciate you.
Nowadays, nothing really is insightful. Only one of me and
yeah.
Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on.
When he got inside, I know for sure he said,
he needs some milk.
Some warm milk, for real.
I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
Yep.
I might make it rain today.
Come on.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised.
The war he said the war in Ukraine has started. Loop to dope. Appreciate you. PS4. It's already a spiritual war going on now too. Metaphysical war. You got the third eye open, you will see wars everywhere. Come on. What's up, Darrell? Appreciate you, man. You're a real one. Come on. There's many awards going on. Many awards. We're in battle right now. Hope all is well. Let's go, nation. Want all the smoke. I feel you, Loop. Too dope. The Hood Patriot, baby. I like that name. Don't let the street lights hit you. You know it's dangerous. Come on. To go alone. Hey. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow. Watching all the way to this point and you have not hit that like or share or subscribe. Don't let the street lights hit you. Shame. Shout out to Eastside Harold and his Texas. Jerry.
I want me some glory hole.
Come on, Jerry.
Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far.
Be safe on the road, everybody. For real, for real.
Then forever doesn't feel that far.
Shout out to Smash the Topic.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can't fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.